Hmm. Pushing 3. Oh, this is crazy, bro. Hopefully, people can come into the room to see what's up with the boy. Wagwan people. Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? What's happening, y'all? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just gotta hope that she'll recover. We just gotta hope that Jaguar Wright is better, feeling better, doing better, living better. But I'm still sort of blown away. Who else we got up in here? Ladies and gentlemen, if you got any Jaguar Wright updates, put it down there. Agora is feminine. Just D. I'm still sort of blown away. I can't even believe this. Blows me away. This whole thing with Jaguar Wright, y'all. I'm like, how the hell did she? What in the world? Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? This is Marwan. This is Marwan here, Mind Over Matter TV. How the hell did this? Yeah, we gotta be sort of worried about. I'm like, what's going on? Like, wow. Is she going to come back saying she doesn't know what she was doing? Is she going to come back saying that Soular is her higher self? Because you don't really look at Soular the same way as you might look at a, I don't know, nature boy. I don't know. He doesn't seem like the type, but I don't know. Because Jaguar seems so sure. Jaguar seems so confident. Jaguar seems so aware. So for her to be manipulated by some little dude, this little old Soular, is that what we're gonna ride with? She was being manipulated by Soular? Does she look like the type that can be manipulated? So I really don't get it. I don't get it at all. She's hanging around Soular. I don't know if anything's wrong with her marriage or not. Who am I? The way Tokyo Tony broke it down, it's like, I don't get it. Because on one hand, people are giving Soular too much credit. I'm thinking it's much bigger than Soular. Drugs. Oh man. You think Soular could afford drugs? Like from what I understood, it was the husband that was providing the trees. It was her husband that actually bought the dude some clothes. Where could he get any money to try to secure any extra drugs out here that's gonna mess up Jaguar Wright's mind? Like, what in the world could it be? Number one, I don't see Soular as being some dude that could easily manipulate. Nope. I don't see Jaguar as the type of person that just easily trust. I don't know, yo. I'm lost. I'm totally lost. You know, I don't know what's going on. So what's the update for Jaguar, y'all? She got to be out of any sort of mental place, a holding place. Isn't that right? I got is feminine. Shouldn't she be out of her mental hold? I'm telling you, if she comes back pushing 3, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If she comes back wanting to hear more from Soular, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But as far as we know now, He can't contact her, legally speaking. And what in the world is that? Not if they sedated her. They could have sedated her in the as she was being held, maybe being looked at, analyzed by some doctors. But this is also another thing that I think. Number one, I don't think she was expecting the cops to show up. I don't think Jaguar Wright was expecting the cops to show up. I don't know what happened. I haven't heard anything from any other witnesses that were there at the barbershop to tell us what really went down. But when she did see the cops, I do believe that's when things flipped in her head mentally, where you don't really need any drugs. Sometimes with black folks and us, if we're starting all of a sudden surrounded by cops, if we all of a sudden see a gang of squad cars around, we're gonna be like, whoa, it's gonna be almost instant PTSD, even if we hadn't had any former experience, because in the culture, there's something so heavy. Maybe it's a psychosis when it comes to seeing a cop. Something happens, right, Tiana B? And it happens even deeper for people who have an even deeper hatred of the cops, or a deeper skepticism of the cops, or who may feel like the cops are coming after you. So I don't know, Geneva. I don't know what triggered what. I don't look at Soular as some big time drug pusher. I don't look at Soular as the type of dude to just carry around some mind altering drugs when he was freeloading off of them for everything. Freeloading off of her husband and the fam. Just freeloading. He didn't even have no clothes to wear. I don't see Soular as no, I'm your pusher man. I don't see Soular as being no kind of a I'm your pusher man. So I'm not willing to give Soular no credit for getting in Jaguar's head. No, I'm not giving that to Soular. But was she in some way touched that day? Possibly. Maybe she gets into her own zone the more alcohol she drinks. The more alcohol, and maybe mixed in with some weed in amounts that she's not used to, maybe that alone could help her flip out. But it was her voice. Later, for whatever Soular was saying, but it was Jaguar's voice that was saying she had an abusive husband. This is what I don't get. Like, why, when your head's all jacked up, is that the first thing you start getting it? So, I don't know. I'm really curious to see what happens now, because, I'm not giving Soular any credit for taking her down. I'm not giving Soular any credit for anything. For none of his readings, I'm not giving Soular credit for anything. Not for taking her down, or not for helping her or protecting her that day. No, he didn't protect her. No credit. But the husband seems to believe that Soular whispers something in her ear, and that Jaguar was put under a spell. That's what the husband believes. And I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that. I don't think Jaguar could just be put up under a spell by some Soular. This is all I'm saying. I just don't believe Jaguar can be put under no spell by no Soular. Like, who the fuck is that? I just don't understand. But she may have had an affinity for the carbonation people anyway. She may have had an affinity for the carbonation, the lost souls, the latchkey, the conscious latchkey kids. Is he sleeping with Jaguar right? I highly doubt it. If anybody's, I highly doubt she was sleeping with Jaguar. But that's just something for later to figure out. And it was weird because the husband said, I know you couldn't have been having sex in the car, Soular. You couldn't have been having sex in that car, Soular. Because me and my own wife don't have sex with a car. Yes, sir, but that's more of a reason why she could have been having sex in the car, sir. Sir, I know you're out here saying, no, she didn't have sex in the car. Because I don't even have sex with my wife in the car. Yeah, well, hello. Sounds like that's green light for somebody to start having sex in the car. Especially because, she's not violating a sacred space of her marriage. But I don't know if she's gotten busy with Soular. Soular hasn't made those claims. That would be sort of like kissing and telling, I guess. Soular hasn't gone there yet. But, yeah, y'all got to remember, Soular was not the leader of carbonation. You know what I mean? Soular was not the main guy. He wasn't the influencer of carbonation. He wasn't the guy luring girls or women in, getting all the women. He wasn't doing that. He's the follower. Soular is more the follower. He doesn't come off as no instigator or initiator of any kind of spells or MK Ultra. Let's just cut it out. So I'm not giving Soular any credit for that. I'm not giving Soular credit for protecting her either. But she definitely said her husband's not that great, that her husband's got to go, or she's gone through too much, and her husband this, her husband that. Did he take a spiritual bath? What's that mean? Like spiritual, a spiritual bath? What you mean? Palo Santo sticks? A sage, getting saged and all that? That's what Goomba has to do now. Sage his whole crib. Palo Santo stick the hell out of every room that he's got. Soular attracted Jaguar to him with his feminine energy? Maybe, I don't know, man. I don't know. Why Soular? Like, why? It's just weird, bro. I don't get it, man. It's almost like, can't nobody put me under no spell. At least I don't think so. And definitely not no Soular, man. Come on, y'all need to take it easy on that Soular tip. For real. He didn't protect her that day. But I don't see, Soular didn't come up with the story. Soular didn't come up with the story. It was Jaguar in the car. It was Jaguar getting mad at Soular in the car. It was Jaguar who, set it off at the barbershop. But they were lying in wait outside the barbershop for a while. Maybe that's where they got involved with the drugs. Maybe Jaguar was able to secure some other drugs that the husband didn't pay for. I don't know. But I am totally blown how anybody could be riding with Soular like that. Like, what the blood clot? I'm going to need her to come back and say, I'm so sorry, y'all. I blacked out according to my doctors. I don't know who Soular is. Maybe she'll come back and be like, I don't know this dude. I see the videos. I see on my own page. I got videos of him and me, but I don't remember. I don't know this dude. I'm hoping she says that. It's definitely drugs, right? All right, well, what kind of drugs? Even some of the marijuana might be laced with some other stuff. So who knows? They may have been able to find, either by accident or on purpose, some marijuana that had some other stuff in it. Like maybe when you watched what was that movie? Friday, with Chris Tucker in the back seat, sort of tweaking and tweaking. Her eyes were like, Soular, get back in the car, Soular. And Soular was like, love, love, come on, it's all about love. I want to love you. I want to love your husband. I want to love both of you. You're my aunt and my uncle. I just want to love, love, love. I'm your nephew, love. I don't get it, man. That's why I'm like, what's she gonna say when she comes back? Is she gonna be pushing 3? Is she gonna be on that be sick diet? Is she gonna wanna go find out what Velvet is doing? Like, why is she involved in the bottom of the spiritual barrel business? I don't know. But it's so weird. Soular was like way too confident, right? It's one thing to want to beat up Soular, but Soular was way too confident, as if some battery Jaguar put in his back to act like that. I don't get it. So you did it. You did it. I'm blown away. I'm like, what? Soular, Jaguar, right? What? And maybe she wanted to show him a good time. Maybe she thinks of Soular as being completely lost spiritually, and she wants to protect him with everything because he's homeless or whatever. I don't know, bro. This shit blows my mind. I've been sitting around thinking about it today a little bit. I'm like, how the hell did this happen? Did Soular make the first phone call? Was she all up in Soular's DMs talking about, why don't you come to Dallas, Philadelphia? What was going on? Did he hit her with some macking, some of his macking? Was he putting the Mac down on Jaguar, right? No, that's impossible. It's literally impossible to put the Mac down. And on top of that, she's married. So how was he able to get through to her as an individual, but also her as a married woman? How was this? So I don't know if he did anything. I think this was all Jaguar, right? Coming up with stuff. I don't know. Her husband seems like he ain't going nowhere. The husband's like, and the son, that's why I had to look at the son and see what her son was saying. And of course, if her son has any kind of, real man, real discernment in him, he'll be like, nah, this Soular dude is a weirdo. So I'm looking at Jaguar Wright's son, and I'm looking at her husband, and I'm just hoping she comes back and says, you know what? I made an embarrassment of me and my family. I was on drugs, and I've never been that high before in my life. Naturally, when I'm that high, I never knew I could be so paranoid in my life. And you know what? I've been this high and this paranoid for the last whole week that I've been with this Soular dude. It's weird now that I'm putting 2 and 2 together. It's so weird. She just turned on her husband like that. Maybe she had a reason to turn on her husband. Are we saying that her husband never hit her at all? Is that what we're saying? Are we saying that Jaguar Wright's husband never laid a hand on her? Is that what we said? and that Jaguar Wright was just telling Soular things, lying about the husband? I don't know, Jess. That's crazy. I can't even repeat that. CB the Great. I can't even repeat what you just typed right there. But you think that's what Jaguar was looking at? The way the husband was telling it, he said, I know exactly how to fold my wife up. I was like, oh, damn. He was like, I know my wife's body. I know my wife's body. I know exactly how to fold her up. I'm like, wow. This nigga folding up Jaguar Wright. Fold her up. Fold her up. Put her in the back, then bend her over. Fold her up. Put her in the back seat and bend her over. Fold her over. Bend her over. Break the back and bend her over. Have her riding in the back seat. Have her riding in the back seat. Hey! Thoughts on Soular and the tube dirty bathwater? I don't know. He had her arm all around her. His arm was all around her. Come on, hello. Hello. Love. I'm the guy that got beat up. You didn't. I mean, I got beat up and I'm not that excited. This is crazy, y'all. In memory of John Mordaunt something. So we don't know. I'm just hoping Jaguar Wright is okay. I'm hoping her family's got her back. I'm hoping her son and her husband's protecting her for real. Because I cannot imagine what the hell just happened. What the blood clot happened these last couple of days? Next thing you know, you got Jaguar Wright on the ground, spitting at the cops, throwing her shoe at the cops. So she's always been on that time, I'm hearing. That whole, they're coming to get me. And then she would black out, go and talk about something else. And then she'd be like, they're coming to get me. And maybe her husband's just tired of, I don't know. I'm lost, man. You think she might be in love? What is that to be in love with? I don't know. I'm a dude. I shouldn't be. I guess I shouldn't be asking the questions. If she's in love with Soular, god damn, that'll be some real fucked up weird stuff, man. How the hell you gonna be in love with that bitch nigga? It's like, what? I don't get it though. She's in love with Soular. Why else would Soular be in the back seat, right? Why else would Soular feel so confident, right? Why else would Soular feel like he could calm her down? You know, maybe I don't like thinking like that. I don't like thinking like nothing like that because we all know that what? He may be having the herp. I don't like thinking about the whole sleeping with thing because you know he don't come protected. And you know he may have the herp. Herp. So did he give her the herp? That's what the husband has to really understand. The husband has to get to the bottom of it. Did she sleep with that dude? Because it's already known that he's got the herp. He's got the herp. Yerp, yerp, herp. So if Soular has herpes, and I'm not saying he does, then that means he probably had unprotected, if he did have sex with Jaguar Wright, it was unprotected sex. And you know what I mean? So the husband's got to get to the very bottom. You know what I mean? And that might involve some testing because he may not be able to really rely on her word, especially if she's the type to black out. He can't rely on her word that she ain't got no herb from Soular. That dude Soular looks like he smells like cat litter, says Leonard DeYuta. Ain't that some shit? JAG is high IQ with a photographic memory. All right, I hope so. Does she still have that same photographic memory after days of getting really high as a kite? Maybe, maybe not. You can't test for herp? Are you serious? You can make them. You can make them take. You can make them give them all the tests. You can make them give you all the tests, right? Now you got to wait for a breakout or whatever it is. Nah, man, there's got to be a test specifically to be able to detect the strain of herp that dude got. It's got to show up on somebody's test, because you know they got concentrated herp. They got herp to the nth degree. They got herpes, like with a capital P. They don't have no regular herp. They got herpes. So this got to pop up on the test, I think, right? No? Because he's got this is a, you know what I mean? He's got a family to worry about. Soular could have crabs. You know, crabs moves around. It jumps around on people, man. You don't even have to be having sex with somebody to catch they crabs. But this is just nasty, though. It's like, how the hell she end up with this Soular motherfucker? I don't get this shit, bro. Like, what in the world? He got Bumpy Johnson. He's got bumpies on his Johnson. Like Bumpy Johnson. Ain't that crazy, man? I don't get it, but yeah, it could be a health thing. It could be a health concern that they may have some sort of herp being passed through the Johnson family. So he's gonna have to get everybody tested for that herp strain. Oh, that's terrible. You know, that's terrible. But I'm just hoping maybe it's something as simple as drugs that she took. She got a little bit too carried away, too drunk, high, and and being too drunk and high, she turned her eye against her husband. Like, is that the first thing people do when they get way drunk, way high? They think of ways to end their marriage. I don't get it, y'all. Unless there was something wrong with their marriage altogether. I don't get it, y'all. Every marriage has its problems. Every marriage has its day, right? So they say. I don't get it. I'm sorry. And I'm done really thinking about it. You know what I mean? I just don't comprehend it. You was having a meal, pretty crystal clear. He's bringing back the Spanish flu, but he's black. Yeah, some kind of a flu. I don't know. This is crazy, y'all. It's mainly crazy because I'm not trying to give that dude no kind of no props, no credit for anything. HSV testing is usually done as a swab test, a blood test, or a lumbar puncture. The type of test you get will depend on your symptoms and health history. For a swab test, a healthcare provider will use. You think they did ayahuasca? So you think Mama Ayahuasca led her to get through that? I don't know, man, but it is possible some sort of weed laced with something. But it was the husband that got the weed. The husband gets the weed. Soular is a walking bioweapon, according to Leonard de Yuda. Soular is a walking bioweapon. That's real fucked up. That's some shit right there. This niggas is just, that's jacked up, man. Laced on something, because the way her eyes were when she was there was weird. The husband was all surprised. The husband was chilling. The husband didn't dare her to come. She said people considered her the high priestess of carbonation. I think she thinks Soular has some mysterious power. Well, yeah, number one, she thinks Soular can do readings. And maybe he can. And to some people, that's a really cool, mysterious power to have. The ability to do a reading, whatever that means. You know what I mean? You know me, I'd be laughing at that nigga. If I sat down at a table with Soular across from me, giving me a reading, anything he say, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Can you read that shit, nigga? Or you should have known I was gonna say that anyway, right? You didn't read that? Shut the fuck up, nigga. And then he's so busy trying to give me a reading that I'm interrupting the whole shit because I don't respect none of it. And you'd be like, yeah, Marwan, what I do notice in your fifth house over there by Venus, you got this type of situation. Shut the fuck up, nigga. That's what I would be like. Nigga, shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, but I'm trying to give you a reading. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Ain't give me no goddamn reading, bro. Fuck out of here, though. You's a weirdo, man. Like, straight weirdo. But now he can say, yeah, I may be weird. I may be weird, but at least I got Jaguar right on my side. How many of you can say you got Jaguar right to flip scripts? How many of you can say you smoke weed with Jaguar right? How many of you guys can say that? I got a feeling something else might be coming down the pike, y'all. I got a feeling something else might be coming that we're not ready for. And if it turns out that she ends up getting a divorce from her husband, Goomba, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. And if she gets a divorce and ends up, nah, I can't even say it. 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 It's so strange. But I just wanted to stop by here today. Thank y'all for pressing the like button too, though. But I'm still sort of mind blown, y'all. And I don't get it. I know at first that woman, Janae or Neytiri, I know they were in Puerto Rico or Mexico, one of them. At some point, he had to somehow get from Mexico to Dallas. Somehow he was able to go from Mexico, and where was Velvet living? Did he go live with Velvet, or did Velvet come stay where he was staying? I think he went to go live with Velvet. And I don't know what Velvet is up to now. Real one knows. I don't get it, man. I'm at a, and I don't like to be at a loss for words, but that's what happens when you don't know people. He went to Cincinnati, Ohio, and then he ends up going to Dallas. How the hell did he end up going to Dallas? Like, what the fuck? Somebody else must be paying his ticket. I don't know. He was mooching off Velvet. Oh, that's crazy. The whole time I thought it was the other way around. I thought she may have been mooching off of him. He's the one that said he had $500,000. He's the one that said he earned $500,000 since Nature Boy got locked up. And I don't believe it. You ain't got to believe everything people say. But is Jaguar going to come back pushing three? Is she going to come back even more in some sort of weird spiritual trauma bond with Soular? Is this Soular thing going to ruin her marriage altogether? I don't know. The husband didn't want to answer that question, whether or not, they were going to get divorced. The husband was like, that's private. It's going to be between me and her. Velvet was on welfare with an apartment and food stamps. Wow. Rare. Wow. And I guess Soular really couldn't stick around too long because I guess part of the idea of getting food stamps and, being on Section 8 is that, you ain't got no dude living there, an able-bodied partner. That's how they got us the first time, right? Batman, I don't know. I'm clueless. These are just questions, pontifications, and speculations about how she's going to return. Will she dig her heels deeper into the solar sand, solar sinking sand? Or will she wake up and be like, I know I've been away for weeks upon weeks. I'm hoping she takes a long time, a long break off social media after she gets whatever she gets done with this. I'm hoping she takes a long break off of social media. I'm talking like at least a month or two. No contact with that weirdo, obviously. And then when she comes back, I'm hoping she comes back with a clear mind, maybe ready to get back to this other stuff. But that's some demonic energy she was dealing with. Demonic energy she was dealing with, interfacing with, daring to come at her as she exposed the Jay-Z's and the Puffies and the Dwayne Wades and the Will Smiths and the Jada Pinkett's, and she's exposed the hell out of people. She was sleeping with Big L, apparently. I mean, does she have evidence of that? Does she? How do we know that's true? But she's got no reason to lie, so I just don't know what is she gonna be like when she comes back. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. You know, shout out to Jaguar Wright, man, because she literally was overwhelmed. That's what it seems like. But on top of that, she may have gotten her hands on some ooh wee, some love boat, some what we used to call love boat. Maybe she had marijuana dipped in embalming fluid. Embalming fluid. I don't know, man. I just can't imagine no grown ass woman like her, just on a basic level, hanging out with, thinking is cool, a guy like Soular now. I don't see it, man. I don't get it. She had to been drunk, high, fucked up, not so sober. She had to be fucked up, y'all. The whole time. I'm talking about the whole time, y'all. I'm talking about the whole time, y'all. She had to be jacked up, loused in some sort of sauce with sassy Soular in the back seat where her dog used to be. You ran to social media instead of confronting your trauma. That's interesting too, right? This is the great deflection. This is the great. She did. This is the great deflection here. This phone, this media, this social media stuff. Coke will cloud your thinking, wouldn't it? What do I know about something like that? I mean, for real though. They say, Cloak will clog up your memories. But hell if I know anything about that. Yeah. So yeah, though, for real. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. She did all those interviews. She did a whole lot of stuff, and that invites all type of, you know what I mean? Oh man, she was in the middle of that shit. She was in Satan. She was in hell, basically. But I really don't get the Soular angle. That Soular dude is hanging too confident. He just leaning to the side, waiting for her to wake up. Soular just leaning to the side, waiting for her to get out or wake up or be released. He's just sitting back like, I just know she gonna come back and be the same. Soular ain't worried about nothing apparently. I don't know. Was he sent for her? Who's gonna bother to use Soular to? You see what I'm saying? Like, was he sent for her? Yeah. Who's gonna send Soular for anybody though? That's what I don't get. That's the part I don't get. Cause you send somebody for somebody, you want to know. Okay, you gonna send them for Jaguar? If I'm the type that will send somebody at Jaguar, it's got to be a sharp person, bro. It's got to be a solid person. It's got to be a strong person, strong personality type person. Or maybe with her strong personality, it's easy to kill her with some sort of kindness. And I don't know, man. It's all that bullshit. I don't know. I feel like that's all I've been saying this whole video. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know, man. I don't know. I'm just blown away, like you all are. That A, she would spend any time with that weirdo. B, she would have any respect for any of those weirdos. And C, I don't know why she's not bonding with the women, inviting a woman over. She could have been like this with Velvet. She could have been like this with Velvet and not Soular. But she probably didn't want to deal with the babies of Velvet either, right? I don't know. I don't know. I really just wanted to come out on here and just say what's up to y'all. See how y'all is doing. Seeing what's up with y'all. You heard me? You heard? Cause the whole Jaguar right thing, hey, it's out of our control, out of our understanding. I don't even think Tokyo Tony really understand it. I don't even think Tokyo Tony understands it. And there's no reason Tokyo Tony could see things that Jaguar Wright can't. Yeah, look, it's possible. Maybe I'm giving Jaguar Wright too much credit. I'm over here talking about Jaguar Wright. You were able to. Yeah, maybe I'm giving Jaguar Wright too much credit. I'm giving, just like they are giving Soular too much credit. I may be giving Jaguar Wright too much credit because you know what I mean. I'm thinking she's being nice to Soular because she's been watching Carbonation this whole time. And she's developed a certain kind of pity. She's developed a certain kind of pity, empathy for the Soulars of the world. Oh, that's interesting too, real one. In some sick, twisted way, he is her deceased son. And even though she keeps yelling, that's my nephew, that's my nephew, that's my nephew, maybe in her head or her spirit, what's really being repeated is, nah, that's your son. That's my son, that's my son, that's my son. So many possibilities, especially when you're dealing with bipolarity, or you may be dealing with something else, like with a gang of personalities type shit. You got people out here with like 5, 6, 11 different personalities. So she could be Jaguar one day. Ooh, ooh, sing, 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 songy. She could be Jaguar one day. And then right around the corner, she could just be, you know what I'm saying, Jaguar wrong. She could be Jaguar right one day and be singing and be all right one day. And then the next day, she could be Jaguar wrong. Jaguar wrong. Be something totally different. Her eyes different. Eyes get glazed over. Jaguar wrong. Something ain't right. And I guess we're going to learn much more about the human condition, the limits, or the limitlessness of the human mind. We may end up learning more about how precious it is to maintain your mind, to keep your mind healthy, to keep your mind free from all these substances that they may be doing out there. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? In order for her to be right there with something like a motherfucking Soular, something gotta be wrong, man. Something's gotta be all the way wrong. I didn't even have to see how she was acting. I didn't even have to see any video. Somebody could have called me and been like, hey man, hey Marwan. I'd been like, yeah, what's up, nigga? That Jaguar, man, she hanging around Solar. All I'd have to do is hear that, and I'd immediately think something ain't right with that. Something is wrong. Shorty need an intervention just from that alone. So there you go. But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I know I said that already, but this time I mean it, nigga. Drug issues and anger issues, post-traumatic stress issues, coping with the trauma and the death and the situation. It can turn into. I mean, like we say, each individual has his or her own separate reaction. So her reactions was tailored to her spirit, and that's what we got. And maybe we can learn a little bit more. But I'm actually hoping she takes some time off this thing. She doesn't owe nobody nothing right now but herself. Some time to heal whatever needs to be healed. Because again, she looked very, something was off. So she's got to get back on. She's got to get back on. And maybe Solar was just there at the right place at the Jaguar right time. No. But with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming through. She ain't coming back? All right, that's cool too. Take all the time you need. Take all the time. You know what I mean? And hopefully their family will be all right. No problems. We'll see. We'll see whatever happens. Soul Talker 5, thank you. Geneva, thank you. She needs support. Where is her family? I guess her family is Solar. I mean, not Solar. Her family is Goomba, her son, Sam, who is the stepson of Goomba. Her family may be Tokyo Tony. I don't know. Her family may be his family. Because she may not be too close with her side of things. But we did it, y'all. We covered it. We figured nothing out, y'all. Celebrate. We figured nothing out. We know nothing. We some speculating motherfuckers, boy. We speculated the hell out this video. And it is what it is. It's Tuesday, January 17th, the day after Martin Luther the King's birthday. Whatever that means to y'all. Shout out to that Embrace Sculpture in Boston. Check my video out. And I'll leave on that note, man. More power, more strength. Keep Shorty in your prayers. Keep Jaguar right, I guess, in mind and all that. But more importantly, take care of your own mind. You know, be easy, because any of this stuff could happen to you, or something worse could happen to you. You know what I mean? But it does not look good right now. It looks really, really bad. Like I said, if anybody had called me and said Jaguar Wright is all hanging out with Solar and it's turning into something that's ruining her marriage, I'd have been like, damn, she's gone. She's gone. So anybody to mess with that dude, you gone. Anybody want to travel to Shreveport with that nigga and not be trying to get him jumped, you gone. So I'm just hoping she comes back and never get gone again. Because Jaguar, when she's gone, it's not a good look. It looks like she turns it all against her husband. That's fucked up. When Jaguar gets gone, it looks like she turns it all against her husband. Starts throwing dirt on his name. But does he deserve it? Does he deserve it? Are you satisfied? Have you ever heard Goomba say, man, I would never lay a hand on my wife? Never. Have you heard him say that? Have you heard him say, she's never laid a hand on me our entire marriage? Have you heard Goomba say that? Has Gerald Johnson ever said, I've never put my hands on that woman this entire time? I wanted to. She made me feel some type of way a certain day. I was about to back and joke her up. Nope, but I never put my hands on her. Has he said that yet? All right, we'll figure it out. Peace be to all y'all. Peace be to all y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon, right? Keep your eyes open, because at any point, you may have your own Soular experience. Where next thing you know, you're hanging around a bitch nigga that you would never hang around with before. Y'all are dancing around together. And you too may be solarized. You too may get your spirit solarificated. We're just glad she's alive, though. Could have turned out crazy worse than the way it did. Things could have turned out much worse for everybody. It turned out really bad for her. And I just want her to take time out before she comes out and shares whatever happened in her mind. If she wasn't blacked out, which is what I suspect, I expect her to say she was blacked out the whole time. That she don't remember cursing out or throwing her shoe at the cops. I'm expecting her to say she don't remember nothing about that day. That's what I'm expecting. But of course, in that institution, they could possibly have her in a special room where they are erasing her memories. Where they are erasing all of her memories, such that she won't come back talking about nothing about no Jay-Z. Maybe she's got the same doctor that Kanye West had. Kanye West feels like he was misdiagnosed and given all type of drugs that he never took. So take it easy, y'all. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. One love, y'all.